Hey everybody, it's Dina, and we are back for step 6 in the manifesting money process. So, step 6 is such an important step. And long ago, when I first started putting this process together after doing a lot of reading and homework about and research about manifesting, this is the step that a lot of teachers left out for some reason. And to me, this step is critical. It's critical to turn the energy of your manifesting on in the universe. This in step 6, we're going to visualize having this thing. So in this case, we're manifesting money, but whatever you're manifesting, this step is about imagining that it's real, that it's already happened, that you've received it. And what would that be like? This is also sometimes called a guided imagery. You may have heard about runners and athletes who imagine themselves crossing the finish line first in a race or shaving time off of their best time when they run. And they imagine running the race. They imagine shaving off the time. They imagine crossing that finish line and breaking that tape and what that would feel like. Well, that's what we're doing here. That's guided imagery. It's very powerful because the body, when you fully immerse yourself in the senses, doesn't actually seem to know if that really happened or if you imagined it, as long as all of the senses are fully engaged in the visual. And I mean, it's used in hospitals, it's used in nursing homes, it's used all over the world for all sorts of things because it works. And it works for manifesting too. So, your job today for step 6 is to imagine that this thing is already real, that this money you're hoping for and wishing for and asking for has already appeared. And you're going to sit and imagine what that would be like. You're going to think, where are you sitting when you realize it's happened? Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you in the car? Are you in the office? Where are you sitting? Are you on the chair, at your desk? Are you on the couch? Are you on your bed? Is there anyone else there? Who's around? Maybe nobody. Maybe there's a bunch of people. Maybe there's one person. Maybe there's somebody in another room as you're realizing that you've reached this goal and that it's already here. Is it night or day? Summer or winter, fall, spring? What's it look like outside the window? Take a look. When this thing is real, what does it look like? Day, night. What do you hear? Do you hear people in the other room? Do you hear the radio? Do you hear the pellet stove? Do you hear the birds? What do you hear at this point in time when this thing is already real and with you? And when we're manifesting money, what do you see? Maybe you see your bank balance when you're checking it online and see that it's all there. Or maybe you look at your ledger, your tally, where you've been keeping track of what's come in day by day as you're working on this manifesting. And suddenly you see, I'm doing it by a ledger. So I write down the numbers and then I, put a line and add them up. And then I do it again and I do it again. So for me, it's going to be, I look at that line and it's over the amount I'm manifesting. What do you taste? Are you sipping your coffee? Are you sipping your Manhattan? Depends on if it's night or day, probably. And what do you feel? What does the air feel like? What's the temperature in the room? How does it feel on your skin and in your hair? I think you're getting the idea here. You want to fully try this on as if it's already happened. And then sit in that energy until you feel that it's real. And what I mean by that is you're going to sit there until suddenly you're like, ooh, it's really here. I can really see this. I can really feel this and smell it and taste it and know it. That's when it clicks on in the universe. For me, I actually hear a click when I'm working with other people. I can tell when the energy turned on to the universe. You may not catch that. You may not feel that or hear that. That doesn't matter. Your job is to sit in that imagining until you can get into the full-blown excitement of it actually having occurred. And once you do that, you've turned it on in the universe, and then it's the universe's job to match that energy and bring it in the rest of the way. All right, so have fun with that. You can do this step once, or since it feels so good, you may do it more than once. You can do it a million times. It doesn't matter, but at least one time. And turn that energy on. Feel how good this is going to feel to actually have. And I'll see you for the next step.